Hello and welcome to the Shirley Bella beer tier list. So we're going to start off, if I don't scroll up and down, with Corona.
Corona,
My heart's got one place and one place only, but I'm going to let you.
as a drink, ice cold, wedge line, God tier.
Not a fucking argument.
God tier. As a virus, terrible. As a drink, amazing.
There's nothing better than a cold Corona.
It is very nice, yes. I can vouch for that. Next one, wisdom juice.
Now, wisdom juice.
Now, this is something that I've only been drinking for about a year.
I haven't even been drinking months.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to get used to drinking it, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah. And it is also something which, depending on where you get it from and how you drink it, depends on how nice it is. Because if you get it from a pub with a proper fizzinator,
Yeah.
unbelievable. If you're drinking out of a can, not as good. And also, you've got to make sure your pint glass is ice cold. The can itself is ice cold.
I know where I'm putting it.
I would say, because of how many bad pints you can get of it, decent.
Decent.
Yeah.
I was saying drinkable.
Really? See, but I like the taste of it.
I think it's drinkable based on how shit it can be.
I know, but if you get a good one,
I mean,
if you get a good one, it's God tier. If you get a bad one,
I'm happy to put it
it is.
decent to start with, and we'll
We can adjust.
We can adjust.
We can adjust and
so
review.
just for the viewers, wisdom juice is Guinness.
Wisdom juice.
The next one, the famous Nelson Mandela, Stella Artois.
Very bad rep. Very nice drink. In my opinion.
I think I'm sorted on my opinion on this. I think I will not accept anything other than this category.
Decent.
Decent.
Yeah.
Purely based on a few experiences from Stella, I cannot put any higher than decent.
Yeah, it has a.
I'm putting it above Guinness though.
I mean, it's just all one decent category. It's not.
I'm putting it above Guinness.
It's not in. It's not Fallout. It's just one category, right? This next one,
I think this is.
I think
I can move it there now if you want.
for older people, probably decent. As far as I'm concerned, it's piss.
It's piss, yeah.
It's absolute piss.
It's absolute dot cotton. Buttons. Not a fucking chance. You're not walking into somewhere and going, I'll have a buttons.
How do they do buttons here?
Aye.
Oh, get in.
You're not.
No.
You're just not. Next up we've got Peroni.
God tier for me.
Now, I cannot argue with God tier.
God tier.
Peroni as a drink, when it's nice and cold,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to expand on that.
I think this one is a fairly straightforward one. Peroni, probably the best Italian beer that there is.
This next one.
Hold on. Oh, there's one that's not on here, which I'm going to say would also be God tier. Beer Moretti.
Peroni is not on here. Well, unless you're paying £4.95 a pint.
No, it's piss.
But let's not go there. Right?
Yeah.
Next up is a one that I've not had that often, which probably tells you how much I like it. Beck's.
For me, dog water.
Dog water, I was going to say. I mean...
Dog water. I think it's too nice to be classed as piss because it's sort of like just a generic lager. And I think a generic lager is never awful. It's just more like...
Yeah. I
couldn't drink that all the time.
Beck's is... Yeah. If it was Buttons or Beck's, you put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm not even, considering.
No, always remember, drink responsibly.
Yeah, right. Next up is one of my personal favourites.
I would say...
Budweiser.
Decent.
I would say decent. Purely because if Corona's on offer, I'm getting Corona. If it's not, I'm getting Budweiser.
I think it's a really... It's one of the bottles which is normally always on offer. Anyway, which is what attracts you to it. But going purely off taste, I would pick Peroni and Corona above it.
100% without even thinking about it. But then again, I think these are... I mean, I'm looking at them, I'm thinking like... If you get these two in a pub, I'm thinking bottles for these.
Yeah, aye.
If you get a nice pint
I
of
get
that,
it.
aye. So I'm just looking at
if you get Peroni on top,
I'm looking at what's coming
different.
up. I'm looking at what's coming up and trying to think like of a pint version compared to a canned version, especially with the next one, Carlin. Carlin out of a can might as well be piss. A nice pint of Carlin out of a pump could be God. It's not.
I would say this is the first drinkable one. Because
Carlin.
I don't actually mind Carlin, even out of a can. I don't mind it, but
For the first
it's one
time,
of them ones you get the bottom third of the can. It's one of the ones you start
bit
thinking,
of lukewarm. Aye.
ooh, don't want to finish this.
I think it's drinkable
Yeah?
because
it
of the
is.
price.
Yeah, 100%.
I think there's two of them that can go in drinkable straight away. I think that one's another one that can go straight into drinkable. We'll just put it there, which is Foster's.
Chuck it in.
They're basically the same fucking drink,
No.
apart from I prefer Foster's ever so slightly. The next one I find, I think
There's a few different variations of this one, isn't there, though?
Yeah, I know where I stand on this side of the fence on this one. I think
For me, drinkable.
for me, dog water.
Really?
It's just not for me. Especially the export.
See, for me, it's probably closer to Carl and Foster's than what it is to Beck.
I see. If someone said to me Beck's or Carlsberg, I'd go whatever.
Aye, that's true.
I would, if someone went Carlsberg or Foster's, I'm going Foster's.
Aye. Yeah. Okay. I can.
Then back of dog water.
I can back a dog water. Aye.
Right. Now this next one's very interesting.
I like it.
I love it.
Oh well, then this is pretty safe and decent.
Decent.
Yeah, decent.
If it was cheaper,
Aye.
and it was more widely available, and like, I would love like a nice little. The thought of that. Really,
How good is it when you find a bar and you're looking along the pumps and you see like there's always one which nowhere else does.
Aye.
Like the first time you find like in Cotterberg,
Corona's the one that starts coming from there.
You never see them on draft. It's always out of bottles. And Cotterberg's something I can only drink half a pint of anyway, and then I'm getting heartburn.
Heartburn galore.
Coors
Light. I think that fits perfectly into a category.
I'm really torn because I don't want to put too many in decent, but I also feel like it's better than drinkable. But then it doesn't really give you much.
I think it's the top end of drinkable.
I would say.
I think
I could back drinkable
because you go into every pub, the chances are you've got a choice of either Coors, Carlin, or Foster.
Aye. Yeah.
Foster's.
Aye. No, that's fair.
I don't think anyone walks in and goes, "Oh, please, yeah, they do fucking Coors."
Aye.
I think you look at them and you go, well, "I'll take one of them."
Yeah, it's a safe option, isn't it?
Aye.
You don't really get many bad pints of
Coors. Nah. Bud Light.
Bud Light is something that I really enjoyed at a time, just purely because it's not gassy. So you can drink it and you're not getting what we've just had before, sitting burping all night. But if you're just drinking a lager because it doesn't make you burp, and not because of the beer, it doesn't really hold.
So please say we're putting this in dog water.
It is going into dog water.
I was going to say, sum it up. I always think if someone offered us a pint compared to them two, I'm going just fucking give us whatever you've got. Bud Light is in that category. And now this next one, I don't know how you even pronounce it.
What is it?
Cronenberg, I think.
Cronenberg. I would probably say it's indecent.
Indecent?
Indecent. It's probably for me anyway. It's probably the upper echelons of drinkable, lower echelon of decent. But I would probably say it's more into decent than what. But
I was thinking piss.
really,
I do not like Kronenberg. It's strong, but as a drink, if I'm drinking it, I'm not enjoying it. It's like that
yeah,
Tyskie. I'll drink it because it's strong.
yeah,
but
it is rocket fuel.
I don't like it as a drink.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll meet you in the middle and say drinkable, I suppose, but
I could meet you at drinkable.
we'll go drinkable. We'll go drinkable. I could. We'll go drinkable. Now this next one, I'm not having any other answer than the one I want to hear.
It's God tier.
It's God tier, and no one can disagree that Amstel is fucking God tier.
I'm still standing.
Amstel standing. Amstel is
yeah.
the one. It is the king. If it's got Amstel on a fucking draft and you're not getting it, you need your fucking head looked at. Now this next one, I haven't had many pints of.
Heineken. Heineken is something that I never drank a lot of until I went to Amsterdam. But that is their like main. Every bar is Heineken is on draft. That's like their local lager. So I did grow quite accustomed to it. So I came back with a little bit of a fancy to it. Before I went, it wasn't really something that I would pick. So
would you pick it now though over? What would you pick it over now?
I would,
like that.
I would pick it over Colin Foster's.
I would say it's drinkable. Like I've had some pints of it. I haven't had enough to really compare it. I wouldn't say it's not dog water for me.
No,
but I don't think I could put it above drinkable just because I haven't had enough of Heineken.
Yeah, I mean I've had a lot of it, and I would probably still put it in drinkable. Yeah.
Now this next one's another. It's similar one to Cobra, Kingfisher. Now we've done a little beers of the world thing before.
Yeah.
Is this the one that stunk of fucking knickers? No, that was
No.
That was the other one. Kingfisher. I'm trying. The fact that I can't remember it doesn't really fill us with confidence.
I'm almost positive I had a bottle of this 2 nights ago. But that's because it's normally on like the 3 for $5 with the big bottles.
But do you remember it?
No. I would. The thing is, I also don't remember it being bad.
I don't remember it being bad. But if someone says, "Do you want a Kingfisher or do you want a Carlsberg or it's another one of them for me that if someone offers it, I'm just gonna go.
I'm taking Kingfisher over Carlsberg.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think I am. I know what I'm getting with Carlsberg. I don't know what I'm getting with Kingfisher.
Quite like that though.
I know, but that's...
Well, that's not based on the experience with it. That's just based on what I would risk.
I would imagine it's drinkable because I've definitely had it a few times.
Aye.
And it's not one that, it doesn't spring in like that's fucking Dot Cotton.
No.
Which I'd imagine it would if it was minging. Drinkable?
Yeah. I think we're being too safe with the drinkables, but...
Right, I've got already my mind made up. This is another one which for me is a straight up mind made up.
God dear.
Thank you very much.
God
you
dear.
cannot get a nicer cooled pint.
Nah.
I don't think. Period.
Mr. Miguel.
Big San. Go straight into God.
Miguel.
Now this is another one that I've had maybe fucking a handful of times.
I can't remember having it.
I think for culture it's got to go in one tier and one tier only.
Piss.
God.
Right.
Glasgow Rangers champions.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I've had it.
We've been putting off having it recently, haven't we?
Yeah.
For when
we're waiting to go.
For when we travel up to Ibrox.
I've definitely had it I've had 2 cans of it, and it's not one that I look at and go.
If you're willing to vouch for it, mate, you can put it in, God.
Nah, I don't know if it is good. I would say it's decent.
Put it in decent then.
We'll go decent. We'll go decent. I think we've been very generous here on the piss, by the way.
Oh, massively. I think the 3 that are in dog water could possibly go into piss.
I think that definitely can, because
Yeah.
if someone offers me a pint of Carlsberg, I'm twisting my face.
No, do you know what it is? No,
I'm
move Carlsberg
doing
down.
it if everyone says, do you want a bottle of Beck's as well?
Yeah.
Bud Light, I wouldn't be so fucking worried about.
Get Foster's into dog water.
No way.
Get Foster's into dog water.
Foster's is my stalwart for years.
Yeah, but that's because you didn't know what
But
to
then
drink.
again, I haven't had it in a while now.
That's because you also didn't know what to drink.
But no way Kronenberg's better than Foster's, like.
Why won't move that down?
And there's no way Kingfisher can be, because we don't even know what fucking Kingfisher tastes like.
Just trying to look at this list here.
Right, if I'm walking into a bar and it's got them ones on the top, I'm fucking buzzing.
Yeah.
If it's got them ones in
Yeah,
decent,
even Stella, to be fair, like. The thing is, I appreciate Guinness more than what I appreciate.
I'm tempted to swap
Cobra and Tennent's.
I'm tempted to swap a Budweiser and a Coors, mind. If I'm thinking about going into a pub.
Yeah. When I think Bud, I think
Bottle. I'm thinking if I'm going into a
Twisty
boozer
cap
and it's got
bottle.
a nice pint of Coors over Budweiser, I think I'm going to have to swap them over.
I could back it.
Cobra's Cobra. I like Cobra. Tennent's, from what I remember, is nice. Carlin's always just that. I think that's your middle ground. I think these ones are your middle ground, that you know what you're getting. You're never quite going to get a bad one.
Aye.
I've never had a bad Heineken. I know I've drank a lot of it.
I think drinkable's got to be like the safe options.
Yeah. Do we leave Kingfisher there though?
Move it down.
I say move it down.
Dog water.
Yeah. I think that's possibly the fairest.
Yeah, I think upon review,
VAR check says
VAR checks is
that's about right.
yeah, lock it in.
It's all locked in. Well, that's the beer Shuley Belter tier list. Thanks for watching.
Catch you next time.